Lunch with the Legends, episode number 5.
Oh, 5.
This guy, right? I want to say, if you guys go over and subscribe on YouTube, BMX Legend Society, Lunch with the Legends, go over and subscribe over there. It's going to help us out a lot. It develops the page. We can do a lot more. So head on over there. This is where this is going to be posted anyway. And give us a subscribe. Also, this particular episode is going to be dedicated to Nancy Rink, who passed away last week. Nancy is absolutely an icon in the business. Ran Corona Track, ran WSA, ran the Santa Ana Elks Lodge. So this goes out to Nancy. Iconic. Was BMX News as well with Elaine Holt. So icon, RIP to Nancy. We got Lopes here today. Welcome to the show. Let's do this. So much with this guy. We go back a long way. Here we go. Look at that. You're getting the shout outs already. All right, Lopes. This is going to be amazing. We've traveled the world together. We've done a lot of great things. Tell us, first of all, when did you first see a bicycle, no matter what it was? Take us back. What year, and get us rolling.
Well, I don't know if I remember exactly when I first saw a bicycle, but I did my first race in 1975.
Holy shit! Where was that?
I believe that was Saddleback. Yeah, Saddleback.
Iconic. Wow.
Yeah.
What's your best memory of that first day?
I mean, honestly, the only thing I really remember from those races is the old 8mm tape that film that my dad has from those.
Wow. And you still got some?
My dad still, yeah. Yeah. And we have some on, he got it converted maybe to DVD, so it was that long ago. I don't know if it's digital, but.
How did your dad find Saddleback? Do you remember?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how he found it, but I mean, the story goes he had a buddy that had a kid that was a few years older than me, and he was taking him to the track, and he was like, "You should take your kid to the track." And
amazing. Saddleback was iconic, man. Massive downhill, right?
Yeah, a pretty big downhill. Yeah, I just remember seeing the film, and it's like, old car tires are like lining the track, and
see, that might have been which put the genes in you to become a downhiller and an incredible downhiller.
Well, Saddleback and then Corona downhill.
Oh, did you do Corona too?
Did Corona downhill also.
That's it. That was it. That planted the DNA for you for the rest of your life.
And and I was young then, so again, my dad tells me this. The young kids, I don't know if it was like 7 and under or something, they didn't start at the top of the hill. They actually started them partway down the hill. I don't know if it was halfway or what, but because that hill was, I guess, pretty big, and they wanted to try to keep the little kids safe, I guess. So
amazing. Do you remember the bike? Anything about the bike?
Well, I mean, the first bike that I have, and I've seen myself, riding the tracks on, was like a little Schwinn Pixie. Yeah, banana seat and big bars.
I think Jeff Botima had the same bike.
Yeah.
He talks about a Pixie too, so you guys started out with it. So what was your thoughts, and you felt the adrenaline, you were hooked? Your parents were into it?
I mean, I don't know if my parents were into it or if it was just, I loved riding bikes, and come on, we had, jumps and stuff down the street from our house, and I was always pulling stuff out of the garage and putting a piece of wood that my dad had up to a bucket and jumping stuff, and we lived in a cul-de-sac, so it was like, kind of Evel Knievel, just landing on the flat ground, and yeah. And
then, so did you have any? You just kept going and going and going. Did you take a break and go, I don't know about this, or once you did it, you were constantly at the track all the time?
I did take one little break for like a year. I don't know exactly what age I was, 7 or 8 or 9, somewhere around that time. I took like a year off.
You were burnt out after 5.
Yeah. I don't know if I was burnt out or if I was just like, I was into baseball and these other sports, and I kind of see it now that I have a kid. Like, he really likes to do what his buddies are doing. Yeah. And in the team sports, it's kind of funny, right? You grow up being a bike racer, you're not really a team sport guy. Yeah. And but my son, he's loves going to to baseball games and the baseball practice and the football and the basketball because like all his buddies are there and they're all doing it. Right?
Yeah, you actually left Frogtown to head back for your son's game. I remember after crushing everybody that was there. So, at what point do you realize you're really good at what you do? What age were you where you're like, I'm pretty legit at this. I'm